still can't believe individuals are still procreating into this vile world. It really amuses me, though in a way that also infuriates me to some extent. Like they're blinded how this existence equals guaranteed suffering no matter how poor or privileged you are. Parents. Let's talk about parents. Two humans who decided to conceive, and now you're here to deal with this fucked up hamster wheel and economic servitude. What a sick joke. Like they impose absurd things on you like traditions, pointless rules, and college degree that you resent doing, and family reputation. I am against religion. I perceive it as the deadly disease. It indoctrinates you into a notion of a man-made concept where it comes to a degree that it makes you delusional like a mentally ill patient. You know, I deviated from religion since I was around 13 or 14, which I am thankful of because it will certainly fry my brain up. And I obviously consider myself as an atheist, and I've announced my parents about it in the past. Of course, it didn't even end up well. Don't even want to think about it. My mother coerced me into drinking holy water alongside my dad telling me to read the Bible. Or should I say, the Flash Prison Field Guide. This is just so stupid, I swear. You have been doomed ever since you existed, and there's nothing you can do to mitigate it. Unless you commit methods like hanging or putting a gun to your head. If only it was that simple to do without taking up the terrifying consequences like surviving and becoming paralyzed for the rest of your life. I think death is far more superior than being alive, because you can't experience suffering and pain anymore when you're dead. Now you guys might think I'm escalating to a pro-mortalism argument, but I might make a video about it in the future. I feel profoundly empathetic whenever I see children climbing trees, eating ice cream, running around and laughing because they're completely oblivious to the fact that they will have to endure the downsides of adulthood. Most parents don't know that they're bringing up an individual that will grow into a self-aware, depressed adult complaining about his or her life and becoming deprived of something. Parents would be like, oh, my son or daughter won't become depressed because I took good care of them. Bitch, you've subjugated them with your irrational traditions and forced them into fucking existence. I swear. Parents are the epitome of nefarious narcissistics. Well, apparently, mental illness has increased exponentially over the years based on statistics. And therapists would just shove medications down your throat, thinking it will solve all your problems. One of the reasons why I detest therapists is because they're just people like us doing their positions to earn a piece of paper or a digital currency. They don't really care about you. And that's the harsh truth. Schools. Schools are a huge scam. They merely prepare you to become wage slaves, following a human who creates these mindless controlling rules. And if you're not receptive, you get fired. Like we would do anything for money, like ravenous animals, because us humans are willing to splurge things for a free temporary dopamine hit. Cons are that we must pay these useless bills. Who even invented that concept? I swear. And you witness someone grumbling about their financial problems, like inflations and not being satisfied with their paycheck. People would also do jobs that are considered taboo, which are sex workers, porn stars, and exotic dancers to fucking survive in this shithole. Everything is just redundant nowadays. Life is a horrendous perpetuating cycle. I feel so drained today. Like, I feel like most people I met are prompted identically. Like, they're always like, oh, are you going to university or get a job? Oh, what do you want to succeed in life? Or even worse, how are you? I hate that question. How are you? I continuously have to lie saying I'm feeling fine, and sometimes fake a smile whenever someone asks me, how are you? They're like a broken vinyl player. Honestly, if I tell them the truth, I can assure you that they will act hesitant or make things even more dramatic. I'm too lazy to deal with drama. It's all pointless. I don't have fondness for the future because life itself is futile. And humans keep mentioning that I'm lazy, I need therapy, or I should believe in God more. They are all just brainwashed NPCs and probably reluctant to face the reality of this world. This is one of my justifications and why I mostly avoid small talk, and I'd rather stare at the wall. It's rare to find a genuine and loyal companionship these days without them taking advantage of you or leaving you in the end. I've experienced abandonment and being taken advantage of in the past. It gives me false hope. I scorn parents who state that their children will save the world or become the best human in the world. They basically treat you like props and make you the embodiment of them when you are actually your own person. They want to show off to their peers to boost their reputation and legacy. Parents become devastating when their kids turn out to be disabled, deformed, or mentally ill. And worst case scenario, it makes them regret parenthood or hate their offsprings. You're betting the child's existence on dice loaded by chaos, and these two breeders is known as parents. They are just too delusional to comprehend. It eternally enrages me whenever a human announces their pregnancy. Like, what is there to celebrate? Why are you bringing more victims into this hellhole? They should have aborted the baby in the first place before it becomes a part of this prison. Humanity is inherently evil. My mother wouldn't stop bragging me into giving her grandkids in the future and get married to a loving guy, but I think marriage is a scam. It's a huge, big, fat scam. I always had to address to her that I wouldn't bring a living thing and my bloodline ends with me. But she keeps fucking insisting and tells me that I would live a joyful life filled with my own kids and who will take care of you in the future if you don't have kids. That sentence almost sent me to the edge of the cliff. Like I had to immediately suppress my emotions because of the stupidity and selfishness possessed her. It's kind of ironic how she used to remind me not to get pregnant during my teen years. But my mother, God, my mother actually had her first baby at 17, and she's also a great grandparent, under the age of 60. She's such a dense woman, including her religious, obsessed family side. Oh my God. Parents of children who cut them out of their life do not evoke me in a sense of sorrow at all. Their kids mostly have good reasons why they're severed ties with them, like dealing with abuse and manipulation. These people who escape from the breeders deserve a survivor award and don't have to encounter the nightmare anymore. I've seen children eliminating the lives of their parents because of all of the damage depicted towards them, and I don't blame them at all. The only action you can take to eradicate this cycle is to never procreate. I know they have biological instincts to reproduce, but they have to think of the consequences and be more cognizant. I have a feeling that parents only love you because they created you, not because of your own character. It's just crazy. I just realized my parents will disown me if I ever tell them about my anti-natalism. But it wouldn't affect me because I don't owe them anything, and it's their fault they brought me here into this fucked up planet. Isn't it hilarious that they never intended on having me, having an extra baby, which was basically me? And they still don't have the guts to choose abortion because of God's rules. Screw your ludicrous man-made deity. Human civilization seems to be experiencing a retrograde trajectory, and you're moving away from previously attained advancements. Everything about life needs to be abolished. We need to stop sugarcoating things and human propagation. I feel very stressed out. Like, imagine setting your alarm early in the morning at around 4 a.m. or 6 a.m. for work and destroying your sleep schedule. It's one of the cruelest things you can do for yourself. You're basically interrupting your most vulnerable moment, which is close to serene void, and only to work in a toxic work environment for a piece of paper with numbers. It's all a fungible illusion. Paying for food, shelter, a place to sleep is nothing more than a cruel civilization's joke. Life should be automatic, inherent, but we are forced to quantify existence as if survival itself is a privilege to be earned. This is a grotesque arithmetic, a system designed to humiliate rather than sustain. I can't count how many times I wanted to break down and disappear whenever my alarm goes off for work or school. It's like you're being raped by a device that's forcing you to become docile with societal norms. I can recall when I was 7 years old and excited to enter adulthood when I saw my parents leaving the house to go to work and have independence like them. I was too innocent to realize that it was all a mindless routine society normalized. Heck, I wanted to be a nurse or an astronaut when I was that age. Until I concluded that it was all a delusion to my young mind, influenced by two adults. It's like my childhood was a slow-acting drug, numbing me to the harsh nightmares to come, until reality injected poison straight into my veins. This is why my stomach flutters with joy when someone has a miscarriage or an abortion, because it will never experience life at all. Existence is a cruel prank. Fuck this shit.